Hey guys, it's Chris here with Hot Shots, and I have another quick tip for you today. I know you're guilty of this. I know my family's been guilty of this, and heck, I'll be honest, I've been guilty of this. So what is it? What are we talking about here? Well, we know with our coffee, we want to have the best coffee possible, right? Whether we're brewing an espresso, a Keurig, or heck, even a little Mr. Coffee. We want that coffee to be what? One, we want the best extraction possible coming out of it. Two, we want to have the most caffeine coming out of it. And then three, of course, we want to have the best flavor coming out of it as well. So with what I'm going to talk about today is this part of it, the water, good old H2O. Now here at Hot Shots, what we do is we actually use a reverse osmosis system for all of our water that goes out to any of the events that we do here in the DFW Metroplex. And for a couple reasons that's important. One is we want to make sure that all of our machines pull the best coffee extraction, the best espresso shot possible. Actually, our first tagline with this business was called "Made One Shot at a Time," if any of you remember that. But not only that, we want the best extraction possible, but we also need to have our machines continuously running. We do events where we're doing a couple, maybe 10, 20 people, all the way up to a couple thousand people. So when we're doing these large scale events or even these small events, we want to make sure that not only is the coffee coming out the best tasting possible, but also we want to make sure our machines are continuously running strong and making everything consistent. So how does this reflect on you? Well, it's the same way. You want to pull a great cup of coffee, a great shot of espresso in the morning, evening, or afternoon at your house. You need to have the same mindset. You want to have the best coffee possible, and you want to have the best water possible. Now, a couple ways you can go about doing this. One, you can go to your local grocery store, and you can just start picking up random great purified waters that are there. But I would actually recommend, that's only going to do you good if you're really going to test that water. And I recommend getting yourself one of these. This is just a good old TDS meter. And what that will do for you is you put a glass of water. I would start with your tap or whatever you're using now for your water in your machine at home. And start testing it. Find out what the TDS is. What most coffee shops and most people want when they're doing a gourmet coffee or espresso is you want about between 100 and 150 TDS. So TDS, what does that mean? Well, it's the minerals that are in the water. And what you want to have, think of it this way, the more minerals and the more stuff that's in that water, and then you go and filter it through a good grounds of your favorite coffee, what's going to happen? It's not going to pick up all that. The water is what's extracting that coffee and espresso. So the less minerals you have in there, in theory, the more coffee, caffeine extraction you're going to get. And so that's what you want, whether it's here at our shop or when we go on location or your local coffee shop, is the same thing that you want at home, a good cup of coffee. So think about that, remember that. Like I said, you can get yourself one of these little TDS meters, which I think is great. They're like 10, 12 bucks on Amazon. They're real easy to get. You can start there and just start testing your tap water. And I'll tell you, if you see a lot of calcium around your tap water at home, think about where else that could be causing problems, in your shower, everywhere else within your house. So it might be something good to look at regardless of just your good old coffee that you're drinking. But if you've noticed that your espresso or coffee machine has been running sluggish, or it hasn't had good extraction, or heck, I know a lot of these Keurigs and some of these other machines, they only last about a year. And part of that is due to if you are not giving it really good water and letting it filter some really good water, that's going to be part of your problem. So if you are a coffee nut and you want the best coffee possible, you really need to get one of these things, and you really need to start focusing on good old-fashioned water, good H2O, that has less minerals, 100 to 150 TDS. If it's not a big deal to you, regardless, if you want your machine running longer, lasting longer, and you want to have a good cup of coffee, the better cup of coffee is not going to be coming from your faucet. It's going to be going down to your local grocery store or what have you, and getting some good purified water with lower TDS. There's not really any way to measure that unless you have a little meter, but regardless, it'll be better than what's coming out of your faucet. I can promise you that. So if you like this video, definitely tell me in the comments sections, give it a like, and I'll see you guys next time for another quick tip from hotshotscatering.com. Thank you guys so much, and enjoy the rest of your day.